this was a question that we had come into the college this week about a purchaser being able to gain access to a property prior to settlement. Now, we've had this discussion a few times, and we've talked around the issues of, who has the right to go on, and does anybody really have the right? And it seems to have morphed into a bit of a process where purchasers do ask to have access sometimes to come in. Oh, can I measure up and see if my fridge will fit? Can I come and measure up because I'm going to get new carpets? Or, and then now the question asked this week was, I want another agent to come through and show prospective tenants, because the people who have purchased the property, they've purchased it as an investment property, and they want to show through prospective tenants so that basically they can have a tenant moving in, the day after of settlement. You'd want to have your fingers crossed that settlement's not going to fall over, wouldn't you? Now, there's a whole lot of things to consider on this one. Firstly, what are the solicitors saying? Because this is, the purchaser's solicitor should be contacting the owner's solicitors. If you're the selling agent and you're working for the vendor here, does the vendor actually want anyone coming through? The vendor is probably packing up their goods, ready to move on to another property, cleaning the property up. They probably don't want people wandering through. They are not legally obliged to give access to another agent, to prospective tenants, to the purchaser to be bringing prospective tenants through. So there's a whole range of realistic and logistical issues there in terms of people packing up and moving on. Excuse me. But also where is all the approval in this? What is happening between, because you've done exchange, you're past that point, we're in the settlement period, waiting for settlement to happen. It's now between the solicitors. Stay out of this in terms of making decisions or making recommendations. There's, and then maybe talk to your vendors who are probably getting stressed about it. What happens at open homes? Where's the liability? Who has the liability? Who has the insurances to cover this? Whole range of things. Is there a managing agency agreement that's in place for this person to actually manage the property? Well, it probably is, but probably not dated until the date of settlement, because that purchaser doesn't own that property. So how on earth did an agent get a managing agency agreement signed with proof of ownership of that property when they don't actually own the property yet? So many issues to consider here. So if you're in this particular scenario, we're talking about an agent being the vendor's selling agent, and you're being, asked for all of this access. Yeah, access for pest and building, access, for a strata, for strata inspections, if that's being done. That's all easy, and that's all done under the part of processing the contract. But guys, just be careful about who you're letting through. If the two solicitors are making decisions about it, that's their decision to do that, and it's obviously with the approval of the vendor, who is still the homeowner at this stage. So guys, just a word of warning on that one.